Yeah. Call the meeting to order at 6:01. Roll call, Ryan Miller, I believe called in. Kyle Marskin here. Mary Atkinson.
Here.
Kenneth Haynes.
Here.
Christy Kennard called in. Dorothy Wynn.
Here.
And Muhammad Alam is absent. If you would, stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Usually the chairman starts.
Hmm?
So.
Oops. Do we have any public comments, Tammy? None? Okay. Consent agenda. Any? Nothing on the consent agenda? Any motion in a second?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? 4-0 pass. Regular agenda. Do I have to read this, Tammy, under?
Just have to
It's actually item A because it's posted for the whole thing, right? Legally? I'm asking legally.
Right, the ordinances at council level have to be read out.
So council, but not
So these you
here.
have to refer to the agenda item best you can. You might just want to read the first part or so.
So basically, okay, item A, consideration and possible action to approve and final plat of Pomona, section 25. So that's all you need? Okay. So, well. Miss Jessica, I believe.
I'll have Mr. Abraham handle this one.
Oh,
Good evening, everybody. This is a final plat for Pomona Section 25. It includes, it's subdividing 46.321 acre into 121 residential lots in 4 blocks and 8 restricted reserves. General purpose for the reserves are landscaping, open space, park, lake, detention, and some amenities. Staff is recommending denial of this proposed plat for 3 reasons. Number 1, submit a preliminary plat for review and approval. The preliminary plat for this section was approved on June 14, 2021, and the approval expires in 12 months. Number 2, revised note 2 to reference accurate date based on the provided city planning letter. And number 3, the drainage district approval of the plat has expired. Provide updated drainage district signature on the face of the plat.
So I do have a question. So the submittee has to submit the preliminary plat again for approval before they can go to a final
That is correct.
because it's expired?
It has expired.
Okay, so when they go to, can they extend before it expires? And how long can they extend for?
Yes, Jessica, if you would.
The applicants can extend. There's a 6-month period. Since this one expired, you can't ask for that extension
Okay.
yet. But we've had a few plats that'll come through, and they'll ask for the extension, and this body has granted that 6-month extension.
Okay, okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, along with those questions, if they resubmit the same plans, just with the new date, will that be acceptable, or do they have to redo the whole thing?
Theoretically, if what they've submitted before meets all of our requirements, in which nothing's changed since they've gotten that approval, then yes. Obviously, if they're missing some paperwork that they didn't submit the first time around, that we would need to comment on that. But considering it's been approved already, there shouldn't be issue with getting that approved again on that preliminary plat.
Okay.
That is it.
Can you approve this with conditions? So if this is
There's a
I don't know if I'd do that, me personally.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm just saying, I mean, I just, yeah.
There's a few things on here that give us reservation as to providing a conditional approval. The drainage district's approval expired, so they have to go back to the drainage district. And that's not something that we can, go over. And then with the preliminary plat having expired, it's really important that that gets done, that we can move back on to the final plat here. And it should be something that could be done back to back. Hopefully maybe with back-to-back submittals, we could do that so they don't lose any more time, but.
Gotcha. Just asking. Just asking.
So do we have a motion and a second?
I make a motion, we approve, if there's no more questions.
I second.
All in favor? Like sign? Or against, whichever.
Against.
Yeah. Whichever way you want to go, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. So motion fails. Item B, consideration of possible action to approve final plat of Foxtail Palms.
Okay, yes, sir. So since this has gone through the process and we prepared the agenda for you, the applicant has requested to withdraw this plat for consideration. A few meetings ago, you may recall, you had a request for a different development with the same thing with a withdrawal from that applicant. So we would request that the action that you would take on that would be to, sorry, one moment, let me read my notes. That your action would be to accept the request for the applicant's withdrawal. And that's so we have an action on that plat, which it needs actions according to the 30-day shot clock.
I like that term, 30 days.
I guess my legal thing is, the way it's written here, it would be just what we did, a denial rather than, there's so many legalities in this that, yeah.
I think that's what was sorted out last time. It needs some action by the 30th. So by taking the action, you're granting the request to withdraw, which is on the record, which the applicant has made. And rather than just have email or some detail before, it's actually fully on the record now. So we've taken action and we've acknowledged it on the record that the applicant wants to withdraw.
So basically, the legal terminology would be
No action.
basically accepting their withdrawal. So, okay, I mean, that's what I just wanted to, yeah, clarify for me, so. So I guess we need a motion and a second.
Yep. So I move that regular agenda item number B, that we honor the applicant's request to withdraw.
I second that.
Motion and second. Vote for approval? I mean, motion. You got me,
Yeah, we're gonna approve that.
yeah,
We're gonna approve that.
approve. So 4-0 pass. Item C, consideration of possible action to direct staff to provide applicants written statements of the conditions for any conditional improvements and the reasons for disapproval of any plans or plats that were not approved for Texas Local Government Code 212.0091. We have anything?
Well, yeah. Yeah, we're submitting all kinds of things. Denials. So I make a
yeah.
motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor? 4-0 pass.
It took me a second.
Item D, consideration of possible action to approve excused committee member absences.
I make a motion to approve.
So all in favor or against? All in favor, 4-0. And the last one, adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
I was like, wait a minute, come on. All in favor? or pass. Motion